we're going to take 23 and go around the long way. Marshall's 45 miles from here, but that's Pipestone we just went through. And now we'll head towards Tyler. We'll hit Florence and Tyler. And yeah, just a great day on the bike. Beautiful. Old John Deere dealer. There's another one in Garrettson, South Dakota. Feels good to be out on the bike. Feels good. This is what I needed today. After the last couple weeks in the world, it's just a good thing to do. Get out and get on the bike. And you do, I've done 50 miles already. You know, do a 70-mile trip, 80-mile trip, 100-mile trip. This feels good. You know, I'd like to find, you know, some buddies and stuff that, hey, Friday night or Thursday, we're going to take a ride up to, you know, Wilmer, whatever, have some dinner, ride back. You know, or we'll go, let's go to Sioux Falls, go to Buffalo Wild Wings. Let's go to Madison and then go to the stadium downtown. Let's just ride over to Brookings and do you know, Cubbies or something like that. You know, do something, get out, ride, have a good time, enjoy the time with family and friends, because you never know how much time you have left on this world. And enjoy it all. I saw a butterfly go by and I thought, I was driving home from church this morning we have a Buick Enclave, and a butterfly hit the windshield, obviously splattered. And my wife and daughter started yelling at me because I hit a butterfly, and I'm like, I can't avoid them. It's dangerous to just cut and swerve, so I had to kill the butterfly. And I don't know, and sometimes it's just your fault. You can't get out of it. Just a beautiful ride. Lots more beans. I don't know if we've talked about beans. Guess what? Beans. Beans, beans, beans. Beans, corn. Got corn. Corn and beans. More beans over there. Beans. Corn. look. Beans. Look over there. Beans. I really cannot wait to go to South Carolina, go to Myrtle Beach and enjoy it. For those of you, I don't know if those of you have been with me a little bit, right? I put 40 videos out, 30 of them probably lately. I've got a little bit of a weight problem, and I've been working on that. But I am finally under 300. I've gotten, I weighed 296 as of this morning at my weigh-in. And it's the first time I've been under 300 for about 10 years. So proud of myself for that. Going to keep working forward. See if I can get down to that 260 range by the time I go to South Carolina and Myrtle Beach. And by the time I hit 50. So then I got that to look forward to. My nose is itching up a storm. But yeah, the wife is going to fly down to Myrtle Beach. A bunch of friends are going to fly down to Myrtle Beach. I'm hoping to get one or two people to ride with me down there. Noy currently plans to ride with me, depending on where we can trailer to. I honestly don't want a trailer. I just want to take off from my house. And hopefully it's just warm enough and dry enough that I can get out of there and ride south, right? Make the whole ride. If not, I will get a trailer, put the bikes behind the Jeep, and we'll just drive down to Springfield, Missouri. I got a couple options there to get a storage unit where I can put my Jeep and everything into for the 4 or 5 days we're gone. And then we'll ride down to Myrtle Beach, and I'll have the storage unit all locked up, and when we get back, we'll ride to Springfield, Missouri. We'll pick up the trailer and the Jeep, load everything up, and head home. But we'll see. And plans are in flux at the moment, which is fine. We're going to ride at least half the way. Minimum. I'm hoping to do more than that. We'll see what happens. We're all at the mercy of Mother Nature and the buddies that go with me. So there's that. So we're coming up to Holland here. Behind that elevator on the left, there's a softball field, and that softball field has a pole in the outfield. I don't know, I probably told you about that before, but I've played there, and it's right there through the trees. You can see it. I got a pole in the outfield, like in the middle of the outfield, like second base and shortstop. You go out into the grass about, I don't know, 20 yards, and there's a pole. So you got to be careful of that. So if you are deadly accurate hitting, and you can hit a line drive off that pole, oh, it's going to be beautiful for you. But if you can hit it close to it, you know, the fielders have to be aware there's a pole there. They're not going to be wanting to run without, you know, looking to see where the pole's at. So that's going to cause issues too. Yeah, it just, I know both teams have to deal with it, but it's a little strange to me. Sometimes you do what you can to get what you need. This is a beautiful area here between Pipestone and the turn to Tyler on the way to Marshall. Lots of hills, and there's some marsh, some trees and stuff. Just a beautiful area. I like it. It's pretty. So there's that. And you can see all the windmills. You can't see them all because you can just see because you're in a valley. You're only seeing what's close and peeking over the top. But there are a lot of them out there. See them back here, all the way across. definitely fall, that time of year. Some of the grass is still green, but everything's starting to turn that hue of brown. The little bushes are losing their leaves. Trees' leaves are starting to change color. Grass is starting to turn brown. You got some red at the top of that hill. Yeah, see the trees up here are starting to turn brown. Seeing a lot of sticks instead of, or branches with no leaves. It's not full fall yet, but it's getting there. So there's that. How many of you do this? Put your leg out so you get some relaxation. Just get the leg out, let it stretch out. I'm 6'4", so sometimes I need to stretch out when I'm on the bike. Up there, another rock somebody paints. Wonder what they got painted on that. Can't really see. USA, nice. Got a tow truck here. Just picked up a trailer, it looks like. I did get a hitch for my motorcycle. So the next time the wife and I take a trip, I'll have to, still got to get a trailer, but I did get a hitch to put on the back here, so I'll be able to pull a trailer when I find one I like. Because the last time the wife and I went on a trip with a couple friends of ours, I let her pack all the tour pack and the saddle bags, and then I said I'll just pack my bag and I'll put it on top and strap it down. So I bought myself a real nice bag. It was a motorcycle bag to be strapped down, and it's got all kinds of clips and stuff on it, so it's yeah, you can easily get it strapped down good, and then put it on top, and it changed the whole balance points of the bike. Pretty Camaro there, but yeah, it changed the whole balance point of the bike, and it was raised the center of gravity up, so when I would come to a slow speed, like a stop sign or something like that, it would get a little squirrely on me. When I was riding down the highway, interstate, it was fine, but when I was doing slow maneuvers, it was a little less balanced. So it'll be nice to get a trailer, right? So then I can put all the stuff in the trailer. The bike doesn't change balance point wise, and we're good. And we can take more trips on the bike because we got more room to put luggage. Now granted, still don't want to take a crap ton because it's a bike, but the wife's gonna go, I still got room, I can take it. So we're gonna be careful about that. $77 degrees now, getting warmer. And, well, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That's usually between 2 and 3. Usually the high for the day is hit right then. I think this is should be Florence up here, but I don't know for sure. Might be Ruthven. Yep, this is Ruthven. This is where I got a half hog coming here in October, and this is where they'll be bringing it. They got a good locker here in Ruthven. Makes amazing beef jerky, so I'm gonna have to finagle some of that in the deal. But yeah, nice little town. I'm throwing darts in here at Ruthven. Nice place. But yeah, I got a hog coming. I'll pick that up in Ruthven to fill the old freezer. And I got a quarter of a cow coming. That'll be in Tyler, at the locker in Tyler. So yeah, but this is Ruthven, home of Woodstock Communications, and Marathon gas station here. The Sunset Bar and Grill, that's where we throw some darts. They're probably just watching football in there today. This guy's in a hurry too. Lots of people in a hurry these days. You know, as long as they do it safely, pass away. You just always got to be aware when you're on a motorcycle, because you are smaller than pretty much everybody. A Prius, I don't know, maybe it might be heavier than a Prius. The smart car, I might be able to beat a smart car, but it wouldn't be fun for me. Smart car's got 4 wheels, I got 2. So bumping me probably knock me over at least. And that would not be fun, depending on what speed I was going, and of course it would probably ruin my bike and that kind of thing. But got some turbulence there from the big tractor trailers. Moving right along. We should be getting close to Florence. And then we'll do a little pigtail and head on Highway 14 back to Tyler before heading back to Lake Benton. Big old radio tower. I was telling the daughter this morning that there's a guy in South Dakota that gets paid to change that light bulb on the top. I think I read somewhere it was like 10 grand every time he had to change the light bulb. And they do it proactively, so they don't wait for it to burn out and then go change it. He's like, every 3 months or whatever, I gotta go up and change the light bulb. So it's just a big bonus every 3 months or so when he changes all these light bulbs, you know. And during the summer, you know, spring, fall, it'd be fine. In the middle of winter, oh my gosh, you wonder if he tries to avoid it during the winter. And I wonder if the bulbs don't last as long, you know, when it's cold. So there's that, those things to think about. Go out to this Twin Lakes County Park sometime. mentioned lakes. There's got to be a couple lakes there, right? This, my friends, is Florence with a population of 39 people. Not much there. Used to be a bar and grill there, I guess, years ago. I don't know what it was called. I think there was a guy there that ran a strip club out of his garage. You know, strange stuff happens in Florence. And here is my exit to 14. So I will take this. Watch the gravel at the corner. Get up here to the old stop sign. Left to Malaton and right to Tyler. Look, more corn. And you see all the windmills out there. You can't see a lot over there right now, but over there you see a ton. And over there. Yeah, they've really kind of sprouted up in the last 15 years. And every year there's a couple more, couple more, couple more. Hey, look, beans. That looks almost ready to go. A little bit of yellow, a little bit of green in there, but it's almost ready to go. Corn. Tyler. A little bit of a river running through there, a little stream, I guess I would say. Maybe just a runoff, I don't know. Looked kind of pink in the sunlight. Probably was a little faded. Probably why, but just a beautiful part of the country. You know, rolling plains. It's beautiful. That's kind of the things I look forward to going to South Carolina, is I'll be able to see dang near everything. Rolling plains, mountains, valleys, wooded areas, some hills down to the beaches, shoreline, all that stuff. We'll be going south of the Smoky Mountains. I cannot wait. Cannot wait. Hey, look, corn. 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 And this, my friends, is Tyler. Home of apple skeever days. Apple skeevers to me are round pancakes. Sometimes they're hollow, sometimes they put sausage in them. You know, whatever they can do to spice them up a little bit. But they're called apple skewers. They're a round pancake, like a spherical, not just round, because most pancakes are round, but spherical pancakes. And they have apple skeever days, and then the Lincoln County Fair is in town here. So there's that. And I'm pretty sure that derby car's been sitting there like that since the last time I drove through there, which has been a little while. Which I get it for the derby car, but that jack, it needs to be covered up. Poor jack. My good buddy Kurt and his shade tree auto repair. The Dollar General in Tyler, and there's the school, RTR Nights. There's the slough outside of Tyler. That when it really rains, or in the spring when the snow melts, that water gets awfully close to the top of the road. Sometimes laps up over top here. So you always got to watch that, but it's always been there. And then almost 30 years I've been in the area, I've only seen it over the road enough to stop traffic once. So it does happen, but it's not very often. Hey, look, beans. This is public wetland stuff, so you can't, it just grows whatever. A wildlife area. Those beans have a little more work to do. It's only like 7 miles from Tyler to Lake Benton. So it doesn't take long, but they do need to do something with this road. It's very rough. I try to stay in the smoothest parts of it, but lots of cracks and crack repair done to this. But it is what it is. They must have put some drain tile in this field over here. Beds in the area. And look at all the windmills that are not moving. That's crazy, isn't it? They're barely moving. They take those windmill blades and they can fur them out so the wind just blows past them. But then when they open them up a little bit, that's when it makes it start to move. But yeah, there's a lot that are not moving at all. They got them all turned off, if you will. Happens from time to time. It's supposed to be nice for probably 10 days or so now. In fact, I don't see any rain or anything in the forecast to the end of it at the moment. So it should be a nice couple weeks, and we'll see what happens. But praying for good weather for the run of rent. And yeah. Lord willing, this will come through real nice, and we'll put on a good show for some people and move on with life. There is the edge of Lake Benton. You can't really see the lake yet, but some of the houses around. Maybe you could sneak the water through some of those cracks, but you just don't see it, do you? Not there either. You will see it eventually here. Well, we're coming in from the the east side. On 14 from Tyler into Lake Benton, and we'll be there pretty shortly. Lake Benton. At the top of the hill there, see that little green sign up there? That is the Lake Benton City marker, or I don't know what they call it, sign. And on there it says population 687. I am part of that number. They've got some rain off to the south there. Might be heading this way. So good timing. Good time to get back home and put the bike in the garage and get ready for practice tonight. So we'll see how that goes. But big old camper sitting there. like a different car has been on this corner every week. Looks like they've done some road repair. There's the Opera House. And we're back in Lake Benton. And this is Bronx World. That's how I roll. So welcome back to Lake Benton. It's been a great time having you guys out with me today. Get out there, ride your bikes, do what you want to do, enjoy life, and keep having fun. That's what life's about. Love the ones around you and enjoy life. This is Bronx World. I'm Brock. We'll see you around. Thanks for watching.